Until we get to some common principles going forward, I will continue to expose the hypocrisy of the activist left-wing media and leftists who want principles for thee, but not for me. You Republicans should call out violence. We did. Did you miss that? Have you not listened to my show for 4 years where, Joe, have we not warned about the dangerous spiral downward when we seek a political solution to violence? Did they miss all that?
Must have.
They must have, because Joe and I have been talking about it for 4, 5, 7, 8, 10 years. I don't even know how long. I forget how long we've even been doing this show. So they missed that. Of course, they didn't miss it. They ignore it. What I'm talking about, folks, is we are a country. It's not a country club. The definition of a country is a landmass occupied by people that agree to abide by a common set of rules. Is it not? What am I missing? That's what a constitution is. A set of laws, principles, guidelines we all live by. If not, we'd be a bunch of hermits who declare our own Bongino family constitution and live by our own rules. That's what a country is. The left is so terrified by this conversation because the left has a love affair with subjective, not objective values. Objective values apply to everyone. Subjective values are open to interpretation and only apply to some. Do you get the difference? The left doesn't want objective values. God-given human rights, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly. Why? Why does the left and media totalitarians and tech totalitarians, why do they hate objective values? You know the answer. Think it through. Because they love big government, and in order for big government to crush political opposition, they can't have values like freedom and liberty that apply to everyone, or you can't crush people. If they're free and have God-given rights to liberty, there's nothing you can do to stop them. The left hates that. They are totalitarians by nature and they want to crush you. So they are terrified of any conversation that addresses a series of common values. What do I mean? Everything the left is talking about now, they have done in the past that they're condemning Republicans for falsely. You Republicans, you're not condemning what happened last Wednesday. We're not? Are you stupid? It's funny, but you didn't condemn violence when it happened. Calls for a review of the election to make sure it was free and fair. Oh, we're not having that conversation. If you talk about it, we're going to ban you. Really? How come when they did it, it didn't matter? So it's not a principle. So the left is claiming one of their principles that they're so mad about, Joe, is that you can't dare question an election. And if you do, we're going to ban you. Well, why did you do it then? Oh, because we're just talking about you, not us. So it's not a principle. You just made it up, in other words. So we're going to go through just quickly in the beginning of the show here. I'm going to lay out some evidence here. The left doesn't have any principles. They're making all of this up. Everything. And when I say this, I mean, you can't dare talk about the election. COVID rules. Oh, I'll show at the end. Those don't apply to us. You can't talk about gendered terms on the House floor. Pelosi just did. You can't dare sanction violence. We don't, but the left did. Here, let's go to example number one. This is the great Jim Jordan on the House floor yesterday during this sham, ridiculous, absurd, unconstitutional impeachment number 2. Here's Jim Jordan saying, wait, so you guys are all upset that Trump discussed the 2020 election and problems with it? And yet, you know what's really weird? 19 minutes into Trump's presidency, you were calling for his impeachment in 2017. Gosh, that's really weird. I thought we weren't supposed to do that. Check this out.
19 minutes. 19 minutes. 4 years ago on Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2017, 19 minutes into President Trump's administration at 12:19 p.m., the Washington Post headline was, "Campaign to impeach President Trump has begun." And now with just 1 week left, they're still trying.
I thought we were not doing that. I thought that's a principle. Again, it's a country supposedly with a common set of principles. the ridiculous totalitarian left seeking any excuse as a pretext to crush free speech, and conservatives with it bankrupt you. In many cases, try to have you investigated. Oh, it's happening now. The left is suggesting our principle for doing that is we should never question the integrity of an election. But what about when you did it? You wanted President Trump impeached for high crimes and misdemeanors 19 minutes into his, what could he have possibly done 19 minutes into his presidency? What did he do? What did he do? Go rob a bank? Hold on. He's sworn into the presidency. Guys, before we get in the limo down Pennsylvania Avenue for the inaugural parade, can we go rob First Bank of the USA right there? What did he do? Nothing. You're just making it up. Your so-called principle, the questioning elections, is not a principle. You just made it up because you questioned and demanded his impeachment and called the election hijacked like Pelosi did just minutes and months into his presidency. So it's not a principle. You're a liar.
You just heard Dan Bongino.